it's me, Mia, and I just wanted to kind of take the time to make this video about the James Charles and Tati Westbrook drama. And this would be my first, beauty guru beef video, and hopefully my last. Maybe my last. I want to start off by saying that I am not that big into the beauty guru community, or really take a huge amount of interest in it. I think what they do is amazing. It's beautiful. I'm personally very jelly because I can never pull off any of these stunning looks. I suck at putting on makeup, but it does not stop me from going on Instagram and liking these pictures and liking these tutorials. That being said, I have my opinions on, James Charles, and, kind of my opinions on what's going on and what I think is happening. So I want to kind of start off by talking about, James himself. James is a 19-year-old boy, and, kind of want to underline that last part. He is a boy, and I think that, that's kind of getting lost with some people. They're, going after him pretty maliciously, but I want to remind people that he is a boy. Yeah, he's 19, but he's 19, still a teenager. That being said, in 2016, he became the first male ambassador for CoverGirl and came from being basically, and for argument purposes, a virtual nobody to an internet social media sensation, getting attention from Hollywood A-listers like Kim Kardashian West, Kylie Jenner, Zendaya. He was featured on Ellen. He has an estimated net worth of $12 million and so many more accolades that would just take me forever to list. And the point of me bringing that up is that his kind of jump or rise to stardom, whatever you want to call it, it happened pretty abruptly. And, it happened when he was still, I think, 16, 17. So I think that, that should be taken into account. He's still maturing. And I think a lot of these mistakes that he's making was just destined to happen. His bank account was growing, and so was his ego and his confidence. And there's no doubt in my mind that this LA Hollywood lifestyle fame monster really, got to him and, turned him into what he is now that Tati cannot recognize. And so, yeah, he, as far as I know, has never had a real boyfriend or relationship. You guys can comment down below if I'm wrong, but this is as far as I know. I've watched enough of his flirtation with men, straight men, and I've watched just enough Dr. Phil to kind of take a crack at this and say that, James's ego aside, I believe that in his mind, he believed he had the fame, he had the money, he had the clout, but he wanted that hot boyfriend, possibly straight, hot man, as the figurative cherry on the top of the I'm a rich influencer who's made it Sunday. I don't. That's his taste. So whatever. I guess he's into masculine straight men. I don't know. And I'm not defending this mindset, but I'm saying that when you're that high up there, know, when you're that high at the top, you do kind of tend to bury your head in the clouds and kind of float on cloud nine and think that you can get away with anything. And, you know, we've heard of, or some of us have probably heard of affluenza. And we've heard of, you know, he's not the best example, but I guess Donald Trump's, you know, when you're a star, they let you do it. And that's just kind of weird culture we have now. And it's obvious that James knew that what he was doing was dangerous. And, you know, he thought his celebrity status would work as a bait and hook and shield. And again, I'm not defending this behavior, but I think that that's just what he thought. And I don't think he meant it in a, what's the word I'm looking for? He didn't want to hurt anyone intentionally. I don't think that that is who he is. I don't know him, but I can't believe that someone would want to maliciously hurt someone. I think he was very pushy in what he wanted, and maybe he was kind of throwing his celebrity status out there, thinking that he could, you know, again, bait and hook what he wanted, which is just not how it works. And I don't know what example he's following out there, but that's what he, I guess, was under the impression he could get away with. So Tati exposing his behavior was definitely within her right. She's an adult woman, especially if she believed that he was displaying predatory behavior. I don't know if she said that in her video, but I've seen that in a lot of comments. Putting this online and turning him into a social media pariah was just not the best idea, in my opinion. I think if she really genuinely, with her full heart, cared about this kid, you know, kind of a second mom to him, she should have staged some sort of intervention, maybe with a counselor, maybe his parents present, a PR person, I don't know. Is Olivia Pope available? To educate him on how to hold and conduct himself, especially in social and professional settings. And since he is an immature kid and he is on this platform and he is in front of millions of people in the world to see, I think this was something that was very important earlier on in his career, to kind of be coached on what is okay to say, what is not okay to say. And it's weird, like, it sounds weird, but you know, people genuinely do this as a career, as a job, because it is something that people do need. We've seen a lot of stars conduct themselves in like the worst way possible, and then they come out with like this whole PR thing, like whatever. But I think that preemptively, if someone, a coach, you know, the way Tati was so close to him, and I know that Tati said that she had conversations with James in her kitchen or his kitchen, whatever, you know, something a little bit more serious. And like, again, like, I wasn't there. I don't know how she conducted this conversation or how she went about it, but I think he definitely was one of those kids that needs like PR coaching. What these crass things that you cannot say in public, especially when you're around, you know, older, dignified woman. I think Tati mentioned that he had said something about something really crass and disgusting in front of her childhood friends and her family present. And, other people have, commented that he had said some pretty inappropriate things to them. And there's a video with the Dolan twins and I think Emma Chamberlain, who have relatively, I think, young people following them. They seemed a little not thrilled with his language. I mean, I know Emma Chamberlain cusses like a sailor, but I think a lot of James's sexual comments are making people uncomfortable. But yeah, all in all, I think that, there are lessons to be learned from every situation, and I think that he's going to learn from his mistakes, and I genuinely believe that, James will make a comeback and that he will, come back better and hopefully take the time to maybe take a break from social media and kind of reinvent or edit himself and, really take the time and figure out who he is as a person and not this, heavily sexual person. What, I don't know, whatever weird stuff that he's doing with straight men, that's making everyone uncomfortable and kind of building a wall in their DMs from James Charles. But yeah, and I also want to mention, like, a lot of people are commentating, whatever, on the fact that James only goes after straight men. Of course, this is wrong and should just never be done, ever. If someone identifies as straight, you respect that and you know your boundaries. But this is not something that, James has kind of created or I guess brought light to. This is something that always happens, and it happens from both sides. I think like a lot of lesbian women can say that they have been hit on almost to the point of being harassed by straight men. And it's the same, I guess, with, straight men find that they're also being hit on by gay men. And it's no way an excusable behavior, but it does happen. And James is definitely going to have to learn to, stay within his boundaries. And again, taking time to really reevaluate how you treat and respect straight people's boundaries is really, really important. Especially when your life is out there like that on social media. Everyone's watching you. Everyone's, taking notes. Everyone's got their virtual notepads and their receipts, and they're keeping track. And you don't want to have a bad reputation for sliding into straight men's DMs. Like, already Zara Larsson or whoever she is, that Swedish singer, is saying that James Charles slid into her boyfriend's DM, which if he's dating a woman and he's identifying as straight, first of all, he's in a relationship, so that's just disrespectful to begin with. Just so messed up. But again, I think that, when you're being followed by so many people and so many people are saying I love you, and you're the best, and you're on cloud 9, you're gonna think that you are in vulnerable. And it's just that childlike teenage boy behavior to just think that you can do whatever you want and nothing bad is gonna happen. And that's just, it's childlike thinking. And he's gonna grow, he's gonna learn, he's gonna move on, and he's going to flourish. He's way too talented. I think he's way too intelligent to not grow from this and not become something bigger. I think he's very savvy. I think he's very headstrong. Which is why I guess I can't take no for an answer sometimes. But I think that this is something that it's out there. It's a mistake that he's made. But he'll grow and he'll learn from it. And I guess that's all I'm gonna say for now. But please keep an eye out for my next video. I do want to talk about a couple more issues in the YouTube influencer world. Like their whole dynamic is just very interesting to me. But yeah, see y'all.